Coach Sloan, the Cougar track and field team will begin the outdoor season for 2013 this Saturday up at Spokane at the Dusty Lane Invitational. Tell me about starting at this meet, what you're expecting and who will be performing at this meet. Well,
I'm expecting some good spring weather. Keeping my fingers crossed for that. Early March, mid-March on the Palouse, you're not quite sure what you're going to get. But for the most part, it's transitioning from indoor to outdoor. We haven't had a lot of practices outdoors. Our throwers have been outdoor for, even during the winter when the weather wasn't that great, they were still kind of doing outdoor work to a large extent. So it's the start of the outdoor season, and so we won't have everybody competing. But we'll get some people started. USC the following weekend, Trojan Invitational, probably going to be better weather in Southern California, and some good competition there as well. So this is kind of the pre-outdoor season. This is just to kind of get our feet on the ground. It's just, even with my decathletes coming outside and starting to do some training, they made the comment that it looks different when you're not looking at the big white bubble over your head and everything that you do. And I know that high jump and pole vault take on a whole different perspective. And even just being outside and running and feeling headwind in your face when you're doing a running workout, it's all minor adjustments. It's still running, jumping, and throwing, but it's some small adjustments that have to be made, mostly on perception. And that's what this weekend's about.
Probably some athletes that are probably excited because they haven't really performed in the indoor season in their specialties. The 400-meter hurdles, the 100-meter hurdles, the steeple chasers, the javelin throwers, the discus throwers.
Well, hammer throwers too.
Hammer throwers too. It's much different than the weight throw.
We've had a little bit of discus. They're indoors, they're throwing a rubber disc, so that's another adjustment that has to be made. And a lot of the throwers will work into a netting, and that's another adjustment. It's all small adjustments, but it takes some getting used to. But I think the big thing is to see 400-meter hurdlers. Even you say, well, high hurdles, isn't that the same event? No, it's another 50 meters further and 5 more hurdles. So it's all adjustments, and but it's an exciting time. So if we can get a little bit of nice weather, that makes it even more exciting.
Is the level of competition important at this point in time, or is it just as important to get outside and start competing outside?
I think the latter. We always like competition. I think within our own team we will get some level of competition. And the Dusty Lane also, you know, it's not like going down and having Washington, SC, BYU, and A&M and some schools like that at USC. But each event will present some competition to our people. I don't look to us to go to the Dusty Lane and win every single event. I think we'll be very representative there with the people that we're taking. But it's about getting outdoors and getting started, and it's a mindset. It's a change in the way that you view things, and I want to get us. So we got the newly surfaced track out there. We've got the pits outside now and the standards. So we're going to try to make it work outside on every day. But the advantage is that if it's the day that we just don't want to be out there, we can always pop back into the bubble and in our controlled environment and get some work done in there.
All right, well, good luck on the opening weekend to the Cougar track and field teams.
Thanks, Linda.